Hello, my name is Nicoletta. Welcome to the first episode of my online cooking show. Today we are going to make catfish paprikash in a K-pot. It's easy, it's delicious, and it's perfect for summer. So let's get cooking. We are going to need one whole catfish, 3.5 to 4 pounds, one large tomato, one Anaheim pepper, one medium onion, 2 tablespoons of paprika, cayenne pepper, salt and pepper to taste, and 3 tablespoons of coconut oil. Okay guys, let's do it. So we are going to slice the onions about 8 slices, and then we're gonna chop up the peppers too. Remove the core. You want to remove the core and the seeds because you don't want that in there. You know, it's kind of yucky, but I'm sure you know that already. And then we're gonna dice the peppers. And don't cut your finger because you are going to need them for the rest of the show. Wait till we get to the fish. We wanna dice. I'm sorry, I get the giggles when I'm nervous, so this is my first show. Bear with me on this one. Okay, so we're gonna chop up the onions too, we're gonna dice them, and then there's the fish. We wanna cut the fish because we are doing this together into after we cut up the head, which I know you think it's gross and it looks funny, especially with the eyes, the eyeballs and all, but it has so much flavor, so just trust me and do this, okay? So, cutting into 2-inch slices of steaks, and okay, it's skinless. I went to the fishmonger and I told him to please de-skin it because it's really difficult to do it at home, and any fishmonger will do it for you. So just, I think, do that. Save yourself some trouble and fish juice and just do that. That's about that. Oh, look at that. There's all the ingredients together. There's the fish, there's the tomatoes, paprika, salt, pepper, and coconut oil. You need to pour the coconut oil into a skillet, about medium-low temperature, and then get the sliced onions and put it into the skillet. And then we are going to saute it until it's about translucent. You know, when it looks kind of glassy and it's kind of soggy and it's like flopping around, but it's not burned yet, so you want to stir it often. I know it seems like it's a lot of stirring, but you kind of have to supervise this one. Don't leave it alone, because if it burns, it gets bitter. You don't really want that. You're not going for that flavor right now. And then we're going to put the tomatoes and the peppers. We're going to stir that together, cook it for about another minute or so. You want to stir those two. You know, once the peppers and the tomatoes go in there from the acidity, you know, it's just a whole different thing going on in the pot. So you don't have to be like super, careful with that, but you still want to do that. And then now we're going to add salt and pepper. I love salt. I think I might like salt a little too much. And then the pepper too, and then there's paprika. You want to use a beautiful red paprika. Don't go for the really dull brown looking ones. And one really important fact about paprika, when you cook it and when you're trying to do what I'm doing right now, the sauteing it, you know, and it's directly to the heat, it could burn and it could ruin the whole dish. So take it off the fire and finish up the cooking right and off the fire, because again, you don't want to burn paprika. It's not fun, except when you want to go for it, like in Moroccan cooking. Okay, so then you layer the half of your mixture, whatever you cooked into that skillet, you know, the onions and all that. You want to put your mixture into the pot. I'm using a clay pot. It's awesome. It's by this German company called Romenkopf. I don't know if I say it right, but it's awesome. So after on the mixture, you want to put your fish, heads and all, and then layer it on top of each other. Look at how beautiful that looks like. And clay is so cool. It's all natural. It doesn't have any toxins or anything. It keeps heat, and it's just super cool. You do have to soak it in before you use it every time for about 20 minutes, so it keeps that oven thing going on. And it doesn't dry out food or burns food. That's like, you don't burn food in clay pot. Now we layer the other half of the mixture. And I put some chili pepper in it because I like my food really spicy. But if you don't like it that spicy, just add a little cayenne pepper to the paprika. You want a little tang, okay? You don't want it to be flat, but you might not want to get too much. Okay, the skillet that you sauteed all your veggies in, deglaze that with about a cup of water, which means you're just gonna pour in a cup of water and then scrape up all the little stuff, you know, that has lots of flavor, and then, you know, mix it together and pour that onto your little layered pre-paprikash, almost paprikash, 75% paprikash, although the cooking time is a little longer, so it might be increasing. So put the top on and put it into your oven for 375 degrees. Bake it for about 30 minutes. And then take it out, and it's gonna be all pretty and steamy and everything, but kind of like stay the same way as you left it and put it in there. So what we wanna do, we're gonna kind of turn it around so the bottom and the top, you know, they just kind of rotate and get the same kind of treatment. And when you do that, you want it to be really careful with the fish. If you just gonna go and start stirring, then all you're gonna get is fish mush or whatever. You can make good fish tacos out of that, I guess. But here we are going for like the steak. You know, you want to keep the fish together, and then you want the vegetables to kind of like cook into it and be surrounded and like kind of cooked apart but still together, like in a beautiful like red pepper sauce, spicy red pepper sauce. By the way, this dish is like super good for you. It's paleo, it's low carb, it's high protein, there's nothing in it that it's unnatural, and it's super easy to do. You could just like get ready, like you can have a dinner party and then get ready and clean your house and do all that if it's a spontaneous one. Put it in the oven, and then you just have to check once in half an hour to like, is it ready? So it's super cool. So now we turn the fish around, scraped up the juices from the sides, you know, all pretty. Leave it at 375, and then put it back to the middle of the oven. But this time, don't put the top on, because, you know, the vegetables and everything releases the juices and everything, and then you want it to be a little evaporating and thickening on direct heat. There it is. It's done. So get your bowl, plate, whatever it is that you want to serve it on, whatever your idea is. I like white bowls because food looks really, really good in white bowl. I know. Okay, when you have like a pale food, that's I think colorful dishes are really pretty, but white is really pretty with like red. And then garnish it with sour cream and parsley, and there's your food. Bon appetit!